a Yoshi story, making Marth's life like way easier. He can just control so much with his aerials and his forward smash. So I think Dreamland sounds like a good pick. Obviously, you'd want to be leaning away from FD. You know, I even wonder, would we see a counter pick? I'm not super familiar with the players here, so like since we are kind of playing an early match, I've always found this matchup to be really difficult for the kind of Mario brothers, including Dr. Mario, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you have to it can be solid if they get in the face of the Marth, but the problem is it's hard to do that. It's hard to get in the face of Marth, especially when he has that type of range. They are gonna go to Dreamland, but I think that'll be the main thing is how will JoGoats deal with getting in Marth's face if they're able to do it.
I love the idea. Marth sitting here in his little cozy beach getup. Dr. Mario still grinding every day. He doesn't have a vacation, man. He is a doctor. He has to save lives. But the life he can't save, unfortunately, is his own because this matchup it's a struggle, man.
Struggle is indeed real, but looking like it's not much of a struggle right now. Taking the first stock, definitely the start that they needed.
Yeah, JoGoats, or Dr. Mario rather, saying that if I can get through med school, I can get through Marth's forward air, and trying to break in. But you mentioned earlier just that how Dr. Mario struggles to get in on this space, and it reminds me a lot of like a matchup people are more familiar with, kind of Fox versus Marth. But the major difference is that Fox kind of has that speed where Marth goes in for a move and kind of gets in that lag after missing. Fox has the ability to kind of dash in with punish it, especially on reaction, and Dr. Mario just doesn't really have that. So we're going to be seeing JoGoats kind of almost have to like read a bit of these motions rather than just running in and reacting.
Yeah, and you're seeing it a little bit as well. Oh man, I like it. I like how JoGoats is commanding the space. You notice that they're playing with their face facing towards. Oh, that's a cave.
Ooh.
Well done. But they're facing forward and pretty much imposing the world. They're commanding the space to where Zab has to make a lot more of a commitment to get in, and JoGoats is able to kind of just scrap them out.
One of the things, yeah, like I'm really, really liking from JoGoats right now is just the kind of patience and not kind of forcing things, like waiting almost to make Zab force stuff. Like we see there, waits for Zab to go in, down smashes at kind of a good spacing. But forward throw F smash, already evening things out. What can JoGoats do to keep this momentum and kind of keep pushing to hang on to this lead?
I'd say keep doing this sort of way dash in, way dash back strategy. You see how Zab is swinging a lot more, some risky full hops too, swinging with forward smashes, boxing them out too with down smashes, and that's going to lead to a stock. Yeah, that's definitely the strategy.
Yeah, no, that was very, very solid. I think, one of the things I'd love to point out so far has been JoGoats' recovery. There's lots of moments where he'll mix and jump to ledge. Ooh, this is a very, very potential reversal situation, to say the least.
Yeah, I was gonna say the air dodges. You notice that really tight air dodge and the changing of the timings on the up B.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about Melee is that so many moments are basically down to timing. It's like, you can very easily say like, oh, rock beats paper or beats scissors in this situation. But what matters just as much is like, did you do the air dodge just a little bit later than last time? Did you time your up B just a slightly different timing so that the forward air doesn't cover it or the F smash doesn't cover it? That's what we've been seeing from JoGoats, and it's why he's able to take, or they are able to take this game.
Most definitely. Radar, you're seeing it on full display. Even in neutral too, you're seeing a slight change on the way dash timings, getting Zab to swing with forward smashes, getting into a last stock is Zab, but you're right. That small change of timing is throwing Zab off the rhythm a bit. A down throw into the back air, not enough.
I literally can't get over these stages. I'm looking at Wispy, and like Wispy has this kind of angled kind of drag. I don't want to be taken away from the hype of this match too. JoGoats is in the corner, getting so much damage on the up air, and how does he get down? What does he do? Just up air again?
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Everything. It looked like JoGoats is in full control, and then all of a sudden Zab just with a flurry, an amazing juggle. JoGoats just couldn't land. Oh my goodness! It looked like I thought JoGoats had this game won. And Zab just out of the blue with the Dreamland Palm Tree and that Marth Swim Noodle takes the game.
Yeah, it really speaks to one of the biggest strengths that Marth has, which is sort of really leveraging positional advantages. When Marth has him up, when Marth has the opponent above him, up air makes it so difficult to get down. And we saw that Dr. Mario is just kind of like, what does he really do? You know, he doesn't do a down air. There's no real counterplay when he's in that position. He kind of just has to time an air dodge at the right moment, figure out a way to use his jump creatively, and it's rough. It's very rough, but we are going back to Dreamland.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the right choice. I mean, aside from that last stock, I'd say JoGoats definitely had the upper hand of the majority of the game. But you're right, it's tough. It's tough for Doc to land. Really any sort of floaty versus Marth to land. And in that situation, you know, like you're saying, an air dodge on could, like just a tight timing on the air dodge could be the difference. Or even like a falling aerial. And in this case, just Zab called everything out. But in this game 4 or game 3 at this moment, I like the pills. I like the pills. It's, you know, a little bit of a mix up. Trying to see what Zab can do to respond.
Yeah, this has definitely been very challenging. I think so much of it, you know, I don't ever want to, when we're speaking about matchups, take away from kind of the skill of the players. And I think so much of why this has been, look at these pivots, man, by the way. But
yeah, I was gonna say.
One of the reasons why this has felt like so one-sided, in spite of JoGoats actually like doing a really good job of adapting and making Zab work hard, is that Zab is just choosing their positions so well. And JoGoats is taking it back though, man. This is a 2-stock lead.
This is a great response game, especially after a tight game 2. I mean, I'd say good resilience, because that was a game definitely within JoGoats' grasp. Tough break on the air dodge there, but that's a stock well lift. Oh,
dude,
no!
Dude, the momentum is... Did he just taunt? I looked away for a second. Did he taunt?
I don't know if he did, or if they did, but either way, commanding 3 stocks to 1 lead for JoGoats. The question is, can they close it out this time?
Oh, man, that is like... You know, it kind of throws things away. I do wonder if Marth was slipping with his flip-flops there. You know, it is hard to move around. Maybe tripped up his movement and air dodged off. But Dr. Mario really taking a commanding lead. And the pool noodle seems to be not enough this game, Nathan. What is he going to do?
Maybe like the foam on the pool noodle is worn out. But also Dreamland is, like you said, with the Marth wearing sandals, Dreamland is in sand. So maybe that is the issue as well. I like the forward tilt. This time mix up. And the pill. Did you see the pill? It clanked with the forward smash. Interesting.
Ooh, I love the forward throw there.
And it killed.
I think he was going for a DI away on the down throw potentially. And then JoGoats, knowing that was going to happen, goes for the forward throw. And we just see Zab just fly to the other side of the stage. But again, it's always useful to talk about counter picks. You mentioned before space is so important. And I think maybe we'll be seeing like a Yoshi's, but you know, FD could also work if we feel that Zab wants to continue leveraging this whole getting Dr. Mario above him, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, and also what we saw at the conclusion of game 2. I mean, if JoGoats is struggling landing like that, it wouldn't surprise me if the FD is potentially on the table for this game 4, because that was an insane Thundercats to set that up. But you're right, you know, do you want, if you're Zab, do you want space? Or do you want kind of the luxury of using Marth's sword, or in this case, his noodle?
Yeah, it is tricky. It's hard to tell what exactly the players want specifically, but I know what I want to see is a different stage entirely, so I can check out these skins, so we can make more silly jokes about the surf shop.
There it is.
I've been loving this one.
Surf shop story, and you see the CRT in the background. We got the elephant as the bartender. Looks like they're probably gonna maybe get some margaritas or something, but either way, a brilliant skin by Primal again. Exclamation point skins.
Yeah, if you guys want to get one of these skins yourself, super easy to set up. Again, exclamation point skins, great way to find it. But you know, so far, JoGoats not suffering too much for the size of the stage, but right now this grab could be very big. Good timing on the up B though, retreats back to center and using the pills to zone. But ooh, I like this movement, and he loves up smash, man. Zab is an up smasher and a half. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's worked out. They've gotten a lot of mileage. They've blended 2 Thundercats, so it's definitely something to be considered, and a good down tilt to take that stock. Well done from Zab, and the counter pick coming into play early.
You know, one thing I also wanted to mention during all this, if we have been seeing in this set a best of 5 situation, and we've been able to see JoGoats adapt to Zab's play, and that's because of the fact that we're seeing best of 5 and pools, which is super, super awesome. Look at this F smash, man.
I was gonna say too, I like the back airs. I mean, Doc's back air is incredibly solid. It sends it a weird angle to where it's hard to recover. And you're right, the adaptation's coming to play. The pill, I like it. Oh, it did snipe the pill.
Ooh. That little edge cancel on Randall. This could be a big grab. How does JoGoats mix up getting out of the corner? The roll kind of obvious. Zab positioning themselves to be in the correct position at the moment. It gets down or trade. Wow.
The noodle trade with the up B. No lunch money today. Instead, you're getting a noodle today. I mean, I'd say it's still pretty scrappy. Gotta say, it's a lot scrappier than I anticipated. And I think that JoGoats has adapted well to having limited space. Ooh, getting opened up there though.
So I'm gonna paint a little situation for you, Nathan. You're a local surf shop owner on a beach, and you see this doctor just physically abusing some man wearing a cape. How do you react, man? What do you say to these two pool noodle fighting players?
Oh man, a little bit of beak scratching here. I mean, maybe get the lifeguard or something to break it up. But either way, JoGoats hanging strong, but definitely a high percent. So they gotta rack up a lot of percent. That's one way to do it too, with a falling upper and a down smash. 28%. Trying to even it out.
I think what I like about this stage too. Oh wow, beautiful F smash. Already with a very, very solid lead, and if Zab can ride out JoGoats' invincibility, they'll be able to do a lot. But what I love in the background is the elephant, and I can't remember its name because he's walking around back and forth. It looks like he's just like, hey, come to my shop, how are things going? Whereas before he's kind of like hiding behind the clouds. But as I'm saying that, Zab is getting this really solid amount of percent. And we're gonna see another up smash. Catches the jump.
Potentially, yeah, no jump. The falling there saves JoGoats bacon, but not enough to close the stock yet. Definitely have a chance where they could have gotten a back air to punish the side B lag. Again, struggling to get down. That's been the story of the set. Going really deep for his Zab. Oh my goodness.
Well, both just walking in a certain direction. Like it's like who is going to call each other out first? Yeah, that was a little crazy.
Spaghetti, maybe?
Pachyderm is the name of the elephant. I knew someone in chat would say it. Shout out to chat, of course.
Yeah, Pachyderm. But either way, what a set. And I mean, a little bit of spaghetti at the end, but a great set and a good showing by both players, gotta say.
Yeah, I think earlier, just shout outs to production for bringing up the fact that Doc's idle animation is like a little neck roll that kind of looks like a taunt. So I was wondering that because sometimes Marth, when he's not moving, he'll like swipe his hair and it kind of looks like a kind of a taunt in and of its own. But that was really, really good. And again, I do want to point out the fact that because we had the option to see a best of 5, we got to see the Doc player really adapt, figure out kind of some of the things that Marth was doing and